Global China is a high-end global multi-platform new media think tank, mainly composed of overseas Chinese scholars. We invited a number of scholars in Russia, the United States, China, Japan, and other places to comment on the current conflict between Russia and Ukraine, and made a series of videos on the topic. In this episode, we are joined by Zonglun from the Chinese-Russian Cultural Exchange Center in Moscow. Observations and reflections from Moscow. The war between Russia and Ukraine was protracted, and the Russian army made slow progress. The Western media trumpeted the defeat of the Russian army with overwhelming superiority. But in face of all this, Russians still show the inherent calmness. Walking on the streets of Moscow, you can see that Russia has entered a state of war. Every day on my way to work, I pass by the three buildings of the State Duma, the Federation Council, and the Supreme Protracted, which are not heavily guarded. There is plenty of food in shops, and people go to work and go about their business as usual. On the surface, everything is calm, but this unusual calmness makes people feel that something big is going to happen. Just as in a Chinese war movie, the new soldier asked the veteran, "Why hasn't anything happened yet?" The veteran replied that nothing happens means that something is soon to happen. I'm sure you know a lot about the situation on the Russian-Ukrainian front from various sources. But what is the situation in Russia? Is anti-war fire still burning in Putin's backyard? What is the real public opinion in Russia? I share with you some of the unrest I have observed beneath the calm appearance of Moscow for your reference. Observation 1. Putin's approval rating soaring. Since Russia's special military action against Ukraine in the face of unprecedented military pressure and economic sanctions from the United States and Europe, combined with the flooding of hostile media, Putin, who is called contemporary Hitler by the civilized world, has seen his approval ratings rise from 60% to 70% and then to 80% at a rate of 10 percentage points every 10 days. This bewilderment in the West only shows how little they know about Russians. Russian people's hatred of Nazis is engraved in their hearts. The exposure of the fascist crimes of neo-Nazis persecuting Russians in East Ukraine made the denazification goal of this special military operation gain more support. The vast majority of people in Russia will never allow any act of denying the anti-fascist war and insulting the heroes of the Great Patriotic War. The consciousness of ordinary Russian people does not rise to the height of international strategy, but the civic consciousness of Russian people is very strong. Often the greater the external pressure, the more united the internal. The special military operation did not go well, and Russian troops suffered heavy casualties and losses. The Western world hailed the victory, believing that Russians were frightened and were going to rise up to overthrow the unfit man Putin. But on the contrary, according to the Levada Center poll, Putin's support rate has soared to 83% recently. It is no exaggeration to say that Biden helped Putin improve his support rate. This is Russia and the Russians. Log in to www.海外看世界.com, enter your email address at the bottom of the page, and click subscribe to receive all updates of the website on time.